typical Tuesday afternoon in a public school, boys and girls in the class. They're doing math problems on their own. The little girl says, "I can't figure this out, I need help with this." So the teacher comes over, is helping her do her math problem. The boy across the class says, "I can't figure this out, I don't know what I'm doing." The teacher turns around and tells him, "You know what, try and figure it out. Work through the problem, I know you can do it." The little girl starts thinking, maybe boys are better at math than girls are. Today I'm going to persuade you that single-gender classrooms create an encouraging and effective learning environment that can be beneficial for both boys and girls. Now, some of you may not think that single-gender classrooms are effective, and I'm going to tell you about some of the achievements that these classes have achieved. Some of you may agree that single-gender classrooms do result in higher achievements. And I'm going to show you some of the results that I found during research. Now, my older daughter went to traditional classes, boy-girl classes. My younger daughter has been in the all-girl class since kindergarten, and she's now in the 2nd grade, so I have first-hand experience with that. I've done a lot of research on educational organizations and researched their studies that they've done on the topic. So today I'm going to talk about some of the problems with traditional classes, some of the strategies used in single-gender classrooms, and some of the benefits of these programs. So I'm going to start off with a problem that we've seen in traditional classrooms, and that is the inequality between the genders. Now, according to nationaleducationassociation.gov, last access December 3rd, 2014, they did a 3-year study at over 100 elementary schools. They found that boys were called on 8 times more than girls were. When girls responded to an answer, teachers generally looked at them, nodded, carried on. When a boy answered, the teachers tended to praise them for their correct answer. If it was wrong, they would correct them. They would explain what was wrong with the answer. Input. They did a lot more input. With the girls, generally just a nod. So this, what are they teaching our daughters? My daughter, your daughter, our daughters. That their input is not as important as the boys. Another problem has been test scores. Now, generally, kids going into the kindergarten are about the same in reading, math, science. As they get older, these gaps increase. The girls are the lighter shade, and you can see reading, the girls way outscore the boys. Math, the boys are ahead of the girls, and science, the boys are as well. And this just progresses as they get older. Now I'll talk to you about a couple of problems with the traditional classrooms. Now I'm going to talk about some of the strategies they use in single-gender classrooms. According to an article from BoiseStateUniversity.edu, last access December 3rd, 2014, a lot of the actions that they used in these classrooms is altering the environment. They have done studies and have found out that girls tend to do better in a warmer environment. So at Middleton Heights, the school that my daughter goes to, the girls' classes are set at 72 degrees. The boys' classes are set at 68 degrees because they found that the boys do better in a cooler environment. They also noticed that the boys had a lot more energy. So what they do is they send them outside to play, and then they come in and they do the majority of their lessons. The girls are the opposite. They do their lessons first, and then they're sent outside to play. Another thing they are working on, Well, let's go on to the benefits of these programs. The major thing that they have shown in these classes is that they've closed these gaps between the boys and the girls. So at Middleton Heights, they have rose the girls' math levels to just 0.7% below the boys. The boys are at 0.5% below the girls in reading, or actually in language. The boys actually beat the girls in reading, which has never happened before. Now, some people argue that you can't have boys in one class because not all boys are the same. Not all girls are the same. Well, proponents of single-gender classrooms, they don't believe it's a one-size-fits-all. They say that some children are going to benefit from being in a co-ed class. These programs are completely optional, 100% optional. Another argument that they have is that the reason why these programs are so effective is because they've altered the teaching strategies. That it's not because they're all boys or all girls, it's because they're teaching differently. So their solution is to eliminate the program that's working and to just have the co-ed classes available. Instead of trying the strategies that they think are the reason for these test results, trying it out in the co-ed class, they don't want to do that. They just want to close these classes. They want to take away the option for parents to choose what is working for their children. Now, I want to tell you about a story about, it's a public school, it's a high school, an all-boy class, all-boys school. They had a 4% of their incoming freshmen were reading at grade level or above. That's 96% of their incoming freshmen could not read at grade level. Their seniors, 100% of their seniors graduated and were accepted to four-year colleges and universities, most of them with scholarships. Now, when I read that, I didn't believe that, and I had to go to different sites to make sure that that data was correct. Please, it's under AmericanPsychologicalAssociation.gov, and you can look at it yourself and verify, but 100%. So if there was a school close to me, I would be out there like it was a Black Friday sale going on to register my daughter, because it's working. Single-gender classrooms create an encouraging and effective environment that can be beneficial for children. I've talked about some of the problems in traditional classes, strategies in these classes, and just a few of the benefits. That same classrooms with the boys and girls, well, now they have a boys class, a PE class, where they're teaching ballet. 100% of the boys participated in it. Where the traditional classes, none of the boys would get out there and dance. Now, I'm going to have some information packets for you to look at that has a lot more information about the differences, so please take one when you go. In closing, I want to read a quote. Now, I never teach my pupils, I only attempt to provide the conditions in which they can learn. Albert Einstein.